Well, welcome to the rest of our semester. And before I get into the class, I want to talk about the recent national disaster. And that is that Tom Brady will no longer be a Patriot. Now, if you're old like me, you remember 1990 when Rod Rust was the Patriots coach. And the Patriots went 1-15. And yet it all turned out okay. And I think this is going to turn out okay. After all, he was going to retire in a year, and it'll only be 1 year of disaster, and now we have an awful lot of salary cap. But now the important things are behind us. I want to talk a little bit about the class and the rest of the semester. Hopefully you got my exceptionally long email that described what was going to happen, and both of the classes I think are going to run basically the same way. Some of it is contingent on whether we come back to class on April 6th, which I don't think is going to happen. And if we don't, we will adjust the schedule. My plan is as follows. I'm going to use Canvas, and on Canvas, if you go to the page for our class, you will find an exceptionally long PowerPoint presentation labeled with the chapter that we're supposed to cover that week. In some of the weeks, we have split chapters. So for example, this week it might be chapter 7 and then chapter 8. On Tuesday, I will put up the chapters that I expect you to cover. I expect that you'll read the chapter, and I expect that you're going to work your way through the very long PowerPoint. But know that working your way through the long PowerPoint is likely to be less than the 4 hours we would spend together talking. And I cannot even imagine a world where I make you wake up at 9:15 or 1 o'clock to go and watch me talk for 45 minutes. If you stay through this 3-minute video, I think you'll be doing pretty well for yourself. So, hopefully you brought your books with you like I suggested. I expect that during the course of the week you'll read the chapter. And I expect that through the course of the week, you will read the PowerPoint presentation. On Friday, I will post a quiz with 10 questions, which would cover the 2 class periods that we would have had. There'll be multiple choice questions, and they'll deal with materials from the PowerPoint and from the chapter. Like in class, these count as attendance, because I have to demonstrate that we had 4 hours of contact time per week together in order for you to get credit for the class. Take the quiz. I'm not very concerned with how you do on it. I'm more concerned with that you stay with the class until the very end. If we don't get together again before the end of the semester, we will have an essay exam, and I will give you the questions beforehand, and you will be able to prepare as best you can. If we do come back to class on the 6th, the questions that you get as part of the attendance exam will form the final exam. And you'll see them again in the same way that we saw the midterm questions. The final exam will be comprehensive, so if maybe you didn't do all of the reading up until the midterm, this would be a good time to catch up. The only part of the class that changes is there are some group assignments. And I'm inclined maybe not to do the group assignments, which I understand is unfair to one of the groups that already did the assignment, or to massively alter it. All of this comes down to whether we go back to school on April the 6th. If we go on back to school on April the 6th, we will definitely do the group assignments. If we do not come back in person, we may have some altered cooperative element. In the organizational class, there's a very good risk that we just punt altogether because we would not be able to fulfill what the goal of the assignment was. Other assignments are exactly as planned. That is, you should go to the page. You will see that there are assignments, that there are due dates for the assignments. There are ways to submit those assignments using Canvas. I will grade the assignments and get back to you. If at any time you think you can't do the work, or that things have become overwhelming for you, or you get sick, which apparently is something that is likely to happen, please get in touch with me. Send me an email, and we'll deal with the specific problems in a very specific sort of way. Otherwise, I'm praying for you. I hope that we can get through the semester the best without any damage. I don't want to make your life any worse. I want to just make it better. In the meantime, today is St. Patrick's Day, the day that my people celebrate getting the snakes out of Ireland. Although I did see last week that for the very first time in Irish history, an Irish person was killed by a venomous snake. God bless them. So I suggest you do like I do, and that is get dressed up in your best green, find your friend Seamus, and have him carry you around for the day. remember to talk to your advisor about getting registered, and next week, hopefully, things will be a lot clearer than they are today. Seamus, to the desk.